Hey YouTubers, had an interesting dream the other night and I wanted to share it with you, get your feedback on it. It was Friday night and it was sometime in the middle of the night. It wasn't like right before I woke up or anything. But in the dream, I think I was in a church and an Asian man who I thought was kind of tall, I'm 6'7", so if somebody's I don't know. I can kind of guess where people are at height-wise. So I'd say this guy was almost close to 6 foot, maybe. And he came up to me, and he put his hand on my forehead like this, and I think I could feel that he had oil on his fingers. And instantly, I got like overwhelmed by the power of the Spirit. And it was almost like, as I was falling backwards, I was paralyzed by peace. Just a sense of peace and just like, I don't know, like a perfect peace that I've never experienced before. And it was a very real dream to me. So, what has been your experience with that? Some people would call that being slain in the Spirit. Have you ever experienced that in real life? I do know that there are phonies out there that manufacture this, that do this for show. I won't name any names, but a couple years back, I was going to this Pentecostal place, and they had like a, it wasn't the main pastor doing this, but they had an assistant pastor that would come through occasionally, and when he'd pray for people, sometimes he'd push on you so hard that it was like he was trying to put you down. He was trying to push you down, but see, I don't know, I'm so tall I'd be resistant and stuff, but there was a time where I was pushed down by man, not by God. So I know there's fakes, I know there's frauds out there, but that doesn't mean that it's entirely phony. Satan only likes to counterfeit things that are legitimate, right? You don't see any fake $3 bills out there. Satan only counterfeits the real deal. So he would counterfeit a $5 bill, and it would be a little off, a little goofy, or whatever. He's not gonna counterfeit something that's not real. So you don't have to put it in the comments section. If you've had an experience like this, but if you send me messages, you got to understand I'm really busy. I drive a truck. I can't really respond to messages, while I'm driving a tractor trailer down the highway. You know what I'm saying? So, if you had a legitimate experience like this, I'd like to hear about it, but, try not to make it too long and detailed. I'm a busy dude. Sorry. So, that aside, if you'd like, I'd like for you to pray that I receive that in real life. I guess you can call it being slain in the Spirit, but, it was like I was literally paralyzed by peace, by, just had to be the Holy Spirit. Another thing, let's see this verse I got here. 1 Corinthians 14:39 says, "Therefore, brethren, desire earnestly to prophesy, and do not forbid to speak with tongues." Lately, I've been asking the Lord for the gift of prophecy. If you've been following my videos, you know that I recently received the baptism of the Holy Spirit within the last, I don't know, maybe 2 months or so, with the gift of speaking in tongues. And I know that's controversial, but, if you don't believe in it, I don't care, because I know it's real. I also received a word of knowledge not too long after that. So for those that say the gifts aren't for today, sorry, you're wrong, because I'm getting them. I'm downloading. So I desire the gift of prophecy, and not just for myself, but to edify others, to to build up others, and to really, I don't know. It's a tool to really strengthen people's faith. Give them a word from the Lord, and just be a willing vessel for Jesus to move through you. So I desire that gift, and I suspect I might have received a small dose of that this morning. So tell me what you think. I was in this church And someone prophesied this over me a couple months ago. So the gift of prophecy is totally legit, because someone prophesied this over me, that I would be delivered to a church sanctified by the Holy Spirit. And 2 or 3 weeks after that, I started this new church an hour away from me, but the place is off the hook. The praise is off the hook. The preaching is dead on. The gifts are moving. People are getting baptized. So, it's sanctified by the Holy Spirit. So that prophecy that was given 2 or 3 weeks prior came to pass. So in this service this morning, there was a brother in the back that needed a job. Hadn't had a job in a while. He's got a newborn son on the way. So he's going to need a job to provide. And the pastor told him to come to the front with $1, or he actually said 25 cents, but nobody had a quarter, so he brought up $1, right? So he prayed for him and told him to give to others, because I believe the Bible teaches that, as you're generous to others, it'll be given back to you, And so he took this $1 and he just gave it to another person. And I think he prayed this for, 1 or 2 other people. And I don't remember how many, but a couple people ended up giving me some dollars. So I was sitting there thinking, well, Lord, I'm not going to keep this money to myself. I'm going to give it to somebody who needs it. I'm already blessed. I work hard at this trucking job, so God's already provided for me. So I was just looking around. I was like, Lord, who can I pass this on to? I don't want to hold it for myself. So, as the service went, my thoughts went back to that guy that, came up the first time. And at the end of the service, I felt like the Lord was telling me to go speak something to him. So I went up to him, on the side. I was like, hey, brother, I feel like the Lord's telling me to tell you that if you put anything in the Lord's hand, He will multiply it as long as you're faithful. And I handed him $5. Now, he started with $1 that he got from somebody else. Somebody gave him that $1, and he brought it up. And I believe, $5 isn't a lot of money to most people, but it's the principle of the thing. The Lord was showing him that if you put something in His hand, He can multiply it, no matter what your situation. And he just kind of looked at me. He was kind of like, wow, thank you so much. And I was like, it's not me, man. I'm just the messenger. I'm just telling you what felt like I was told to tell you. So to me, that almost seems like, a small prophecy, like a word from the Lord. So is it my imagination, or do we count this as confirmed, like on Mythbusters? So anyway, I guess just the final thought, if you could pray for me to receive that dream in real life, and also receive the gift of prophecy for the edification of others. That's all I got today. So just give me your feedback. Try not to send me too many messages, and I'll try to get back to as many as I can. And just remember, Jesus has to be your focus, because without Him, you're not going anywhere good. Alright? God bless.